And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the buffalo wing. Perfect! Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! Incredible! What a finish! Sensational combination! Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I'm the Executive Director of the National Street Food Vendors Association, which is a nonprofit dedicated to advocacy, connection, education, and setting standards for our industry. Before we get into today's topic, I want to remind you guys we're going to be in Austin, Texas as a part of the Food Truck Owners Expo. It's going to be on August 4th and 5th. I'm going to be giving 3 classes. After the classes are over, I'll be out on the main expo floor where you can join me in my National Street Food Vendors Association booth. You can tell me all about your success. You can ask me any kind of questions you got about the industry, and we can just hang out and have a really good time. Again, Austin, Texas, August 4th and 5th. Part of the Food Truck Owners Expo. If you'd like to attend, go to FTOexpo.com, put in the code NSFVA15, and you'll get yourself a 15% discount on those tickets. Did you ever have one of those days on the food trucks where you think, that's it, I am selling this stupid truck? And it's not because you hate food service, it's not because you hate the business, it's not because you're lazy, it's because you're tired. And then that list goes on. That you're tired of customers acting shocked that food costs them money. You're tired of promoters that overbook events and then underdeliver crowds. You're tired of people coming up to you and asking for free food because they have so many followers and they're an influencer. You're tired of being treated like straws and napkins and cups and sauces and bags and containers, and your time just magically appear for free, even for people that aren't your guests. Well, today we're going to talk about part of the food truck industry no one puts on a glossy startup video. And that is the emotional wear and tear. Food truck builders love to tell you how awesome the industry is. Even coaches will tell you how awesome it is because they want you to buy their stuff. I'm going to tell you what it's really like. But more importantly, I'm going to tell you how to turn the frustration that you're feeling into systems and pricing and policies, and how to just make better decisions so you're not sick and tired of being sick and tired. The problem generally is not that food trucking isn't for you. The problem is you're trying to do everything personally instead of building systems within your business that'll protect you from some of those frustrating problems. Every food truck owner who's ever been out there long enough has that moment. You're hot, you're tired, the generator's loud, the line is moving way slower than you want. You paid too much for the event, the crowd is way smaller than you were promised. Someone's whining about an $8 burger, and then somebody else says, I want some free food because I can do a promotion for you for nothing. And then, after all of that is going on, someone walks up and wants a free cup of water, 3 forks, 6 napkins, 2 straws, and they didn't buy from you, but you're the closest person with all of those things. And that's the moment where that office job starts to sound really, really good. You know what? I get it. I would be lying if I didn't have the exact same thoughts over the years. But here's the question. Are you tired of the business, or are you tired of your own lack of control? And those are 2 different things. Food trucking is always going to have difficult guests. It will always have bad events. It will always have people trying to get something for nothing. A mature business has systems that reduce those situations so they just don't bother you as much. A struggling owner is going to react emotionally to every situation because it's tied to their livelihood. But I want you to become a strong operator. I want you to become a strong owner. And when a situation comes up, I want you to already have a policy for it. And if you don't have a policy, make one. So let's talk about that customer that whines about the burger's $8. Oh my God, why is it $8? And then they get upset and say, well, does it come with fries? Now, first of all, we all know that $8 for a burger from a food truck is not outrageous and probably is underpriced. But there are people that will whine about it. But the customer doesn't care about all the costs that go into that burger beyond just the food ingredients. They're comparing your burger to whatever mental reference point they have. Could be fast food. Could be a combo meal from 5 years ago. Could be a backyard cookout. And maybe they just don't understand the business in general. That doesn't grant you permission to argue with them. What it does mean is your menu and your communication, your value proposition, as the marketers say, has to become clearer. Instead of saying burger $8 on that handwritten chalkboard, you might want to say classic smash burger $8. Burger basket with fries $12. Fries add 4. Make it a combo $5. Whatever you need to do to get guests to understand there's more value there than just a burger on a bun. One small change helps a guest understand the structure before they ask you irritating questions. But here's the bigger point. If they keep asking the same question, that's not a customer problem. That's a menu board problem. Your job is not to educate every single guest when the line backs up. That's why you built a menu board in the first place. Now, what about the people that say, I'll promote you for free food? See that all the time, especially in the bigger cities. Person orders food, and then they say, I'm a promoter. You should give me my food for free, and I'll promote your business. I have thousands of followers. So let me say this very clearly to you when you hear whatever that number is that gets you excited. Exposure does not pay for the food. Followers do not pay your commissary. A social media post promise is not going to refill your propane tank. So when that person introduces themselves by saying, hey, I need some free food and I will promote your business, they're not professional. They're not starting a business relationship. They just want free lunch. Now, can influencers work? Sometimes. But you know what? It needs to be structured. It needs to be done before the day. They can't just show up and say, hey, I want free food and I'll post a picture on my Instagram. You get it in writing. You have clear expectations. You want to know who their audience is. Are they local? Is the audience local? Do they actually buy food in your service area? And I'm talking about the audience. What platform are they on? What deliverables are included beyond just a photograph of your sandwich? Are they going to do a reel? They're going to do 3 stories. They're going to do a post. They're going to do a tag location. They're going to write a review. All of those things matter. So if they want free food, it needs to be planned ahead with all of these deliverables listed. What you don't want is then to post a picture of their half-eaten sandwich on their social media and act like that is deserving of free food. That's not a marketing strategy. That's a free meal strategy on the influencer's part. So if someone comes up to your window and says some of that nonsense, just simple. Here's your policy. Thanks so much for thinking of us. We don't trade food for promotions at the window in real time. But you're welcome to email us and tell us about your media kit and we can discuss future collaborations. That's it. No argument, no nothing. Then tell them it's $12 for the burger and they'll probably walk away, which is okay. Then you just say next and take the next order. Now, what about the people that want free napkins and straws and cups and all the other stuff? Every one of those things costs you money. And we know food truck owners buy by the case, or at least I hope you do. So the guest sees 4 or 5 napkins, you see 10,000 on an invoice. The guest wants a cup of water, but you see a cup, a lid, a straw, and ice in the water itself. And then you see somebody reaching across the service counter to get some straws or lids or something while your cashier's trying to take an order. Yes, it's frustrating. I see it all the time. Every freaking restaurant I ever worked in, we had a condiment bar out there and people abused the crap out of it. They'd walk in from the outside, grab a pile of napkins, and then walk right back outside. Didn't bother to order anything. So have a policy. You don't need to stamp at guests. You just want a system. All you got to do is say napkins and utensils are provided with purchase. If you didn't purchase with us, sorry. You want a sauce, it's 50 cents. Cups are available with a drink purchase. So they can buy an empty cup for the cost of a drink. You don't care, but they got to understand they're paying for it. We're happy to provide condiments for our paying guests. The last word matters, guests. Not everybody that walks by the event is your guest. There's nothing wrong with limiting supplies to paying guests. But you decide that before service, so you don't have to get angry. You decide that. Then you teach your team. You put it on the window if necessary. If you're constantly being abused by that, just make a little sign. We know they won't read it, but at least you'll have something to refer to. Then you just say it the same way every time. Calm policy protects your attitude. You don't have to get mad. Overbooking events and bad turnouts. One thing that food truck owners whine about all the time. Let's start a union. They need us more than we need them. Wham, 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 wham. Promoters are going to tell you what a promoter tells you based on their salesmanship. just like you brag about you have the world's best filet-in, taco, brisket, whatever, and you don't. You think it. The promoter honestly believes he's going to bring 5,000 people. It's up to you to get the details. How are you marketing to 5,000 people? How many followers you have on social media? What's your marketing budget? How many food trucks are there going to be? How many other people are going to be there giving away or selling food? How many drink vendors are there? What are the attractions that are going to keep people there longer than a meal period? All of those are legitimate questions. Play this podcast on rewind and write them down. Listen to the promoter. I'm going to have 10,000 people. Awesome. How many people follow you on social media? How many people are you going to market to get 10,000 to show up? What's your marketing budget? How are tickets paid for? How many tickets are currently bought? How many food trucks? Ask those questions. It's not that hard. When I see a food truck owner whine about they took an event that had 14 food trucks, okay, goofy. Did you ask or did you just show up? And if you ask, is it written in a contract? Because if they're in breach of a contract you signed, sue them. They got insurance. Hopefully you're not doing some event that doesn't have insurance. If they are making promises to you, get them in writing. You're a business. Act like it. Now let's talk about the emotional part of that original event. I feel like I'm the only one that deals with this stuff. Somebody was whining about that on Facebook, and that's exactly what they said. I'm the only one that deals with this stuff. Well, no, you're not. Absolutely not. Every serious food truck owner has dealt with this at some point. The person who thinks that your food prices are too high, we've all dealt with it. The person who asks for free food, we've all dealt with it. An event that over-promises and under-delivers, we deal with it. The customer who wants extras but don't want to pay for it, you deal with it. We all have dealt with it. You're not the only one. You're not alone. What you're alone in is allowing this to become an emotional response rather than, let's just set up a policy so I don't have to deal with this anymore, and then enforce your own policy. So break the frustrations down. Is it a pricing communication issue? Well, then fix that communication. Is it a vetting issue for the events? Well, fix your own vetting process. Is this a guest policy issue? Well, write a policy. Is this a menu board problem? They can't read it, don't understand it. Fix it. Am I getting burnt out? You can take time off. Is this a scheduling issue because you're working too much for too little? Fix the scheduling issue. Are you not confident? Gain confidence. There are things you can do to help all of these. If you don't know, honestly don't know what to do, go to nsfva.org and join today. The live coachings, the live classes, those are invaluable. If you got a problem, we got food truck owners that have dealt with it and have solved it. All you got to do is ask. But the first thing is you got to show up.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Do you hear that? Sounds like breakfast is ready. Because Quaker's coming in hot with morning nutrition. 100% whole grain oats and a good source of fiber to fuel the rhythm of your morning and kickstart your day. And that sounds absolutely delicious. Fuel to start whatever's next. Quaker, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 26.
Thank you guys so much for listening today. I hope you found everything that we talked about useful to you. If you did, please do two things for me. Number one is subscribe, or whatever it is that your platform wants you to do. Follow us, like, subscribe, whatever it is, please do it. Second thing I'd like you to do is go to nsfva.org and join our association today. It's $19 a month. We have all kinds of pre-recorded educational videos. We do live classes every Monday night. We do coaching every Tuesday, group coaching, 2 different hours, 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and that is in Central Time. So please join our association, $19 a month. You're not going to find a better deal anywhere.